now. And hello, can you hear me? Hello, hello. Play. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Why can't you hear me? We tested this earlier and it worked
Good.
fine.
Am I
Hello,
on
can you hear
mute?
me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you,
You can hear
yes.
me? I can't hear you.
Yes. Okay, why? We tested this earlier. Can you hear me on the stream? Let's add him in. Assign. Maybe it's because he isn't assigned yet. Hello? It shows my mic is working here. Can you hear me on the stream, Danny?
Yes. I
Okay.
hear both of you.
Okay. It might be on your side. Let me message him.
I think I can hear you now.
Oh, okay, Tanya. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry. Yep,
Yay!
I can hear you.
Hello, welcome. Oh, go to my current table. Okay, cool. Got a few minutes before we start, but there we go.
Nice.
I think 8:05 cards will be in the air. People will start filtering
Cool.
in, and we are live now, so everyone can hear us as well.
Awesome.
All right. Make sure we're good. All right. Yeah, welcome everyone. Here we are again with another Golden Passport Battle 4, but today I'm joined by comedian Mike Cannon. Hello, welcome Mike.
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing good. We've
You can
rigged this
already see
thing
me
up.
struggling with my setup.
Hey, you know what? If they're a fan of this channel and they watch this show, that is just right on par.
Perfect. Yeah, there will be several shots. There will be several shots of my ring light falling into my lap and my water probably spilling all over my computer.
A match made in heaven. We're perfect for each other then on this because I literally have my ring light hanging precariously above me and it has fallen multiple times. So you're going to
Excellent.
fit right in.
Perfect.
Very cool. This is your first time joining us in the playing one of the, but you have played one of the free rolls, correct?
I've
You played
played
one?
two. The first one I played really well, or not really well, but I played good. I was happy with my performance, made it relatively deep. And then the second one I was playing and then I had to go on stage and then I came back and I was out. So that's what happened.
All right. Well, tonight, hopefully, one of us will get a deep run. I had a really deep run last week. For those of you guys, though, I'm just catching up here that don't know who Mike Cannon is. Cannon is an amazing comedian. Will you tell our audience a little bit more about yourself and where we can find you on socials and what you're up to and more about you?
Yeah, sorry, I just ate a vitamin as you were saying that.
Perfect. Perfect.
Good thing it's the stickiest material of all time, so that's good. But yeah, I'm a comedian. I'm based out of New York. I've been doing stand up for 16 years now. I tour nationally, internationally, all over the place, all over the internet. Podcasts. I've done specials. They're on YouTube. You name it. I've done TV, but I don't think anybody watches TV anymore. So who cares? Hey, you guys remember MTV? It used to be
I
a
love
network.
it.
Yeah.
still watch the
I
challenge.
was on the. Yeah, oh, I love the challenge. The challenge
my
is the
favorite show.
best.
Yeah.
If there's a way where we could get some sort of online poker player personality but challenge, that would be pretty sweet.
That would be it for me. I mean, I don't know of any of them that play poker though. Like or of the main stars, but
Right.
that would be like the coolest thing for me because I'm a major fan. I watched every single season. So, what were you on MTV?
I was on these shows that were like panel shows back in the 2000s. It was called Failosophy, which was like an internet panel show of, you guessed it, fail videos. Super cool.
Very
Then
cool.
I was, yeah, and a couple
So
other.
kind of like
not so-
before Rob Dyrdek's, like kind of like
It was like
that.
right, exactly. It was like around the exact same time of refillable, nonsense.
All right, well, I better put a card protector on, clearly. This is my typical fail. Let's see. Where is my... Oh, card protector. You need to show up. There we go. Let's get it covered here. We're going to fold that one. All right. And then, what table are you at so that I can pull up your table, Mike, so that we can sweat you as well?
That's awesome. How do I find that out?
You know what? It says right in the middle of your table, right above where it says 5 million.
Oh,
It'll
duh.
say-
All right. I'm table number 42.
All right. 42.
Yeah. And I'm under the uber creative name Mike Cannon.
Impressive. Already impressing
Yeah.
me.
I know. I'm really bummed out. I should have taken this as an opportunity to create like a new AOL Instant Messenger name.
Exactly. You got to use your old AM. But I think my old AM was my name and my birth date. It was super original as well. So
Really?
remember your old AIM name?
I think mine was Loose 03. So because my middle school basketball coach nicknamed me Loose Cannon.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And that's me. All right. Make sure I can hold it. Tell us too if you if you're tied up in a pot as well. And I'm going to bounce around and bounce over to you.
I am in a pot right now. I did just. I'm still getting used to this platform, so I just made a mistake in terms of what I clicked. But that's fine.
Wait, tell me your table number again.
40. Oh, you were playing in another table. Now I'm going to another table. Now I'm table 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you get into poker? Because you've been into poker for a while.
Yeah, so I got I have an addictive personality, 100%. So when Chris Moneymaker won in 03, I think that's when it really exploded and every dude in college America started playing as a pregame. So
Yep.
that's more or less what me and my friends were doing. We were just playing pregame, go before hitting the bars, tournaments, cash, whatever it might be for low levels. And then my friends that don't have addictive personalities just kind of moved on with their life. And me and two other hardcore degenerates just needed more, searched all these meetup groups, met other people, started playing in underground clubs in Manhattan, got to know other people, invited to other games. And before you know it, it was off and running. And I love playing. That's why I love playing live. I never was very successful online. It was all live stuff.
I hear you. I always gravitated towards live until the pandemic. But yeah, that's funny. I hear a lot of that kind of story too. Once you find poker, it's just just get so captivated by it. Was it the same way for comedy for you, or are you always?
Yeah, I think it's funny because I think both poker and comedy have that kind of atypical lifestyle in common, where they're both night owl, kind of almost sketchy ways of life, which I love. I kind of a seedier, weirder existence, but while also having, I have 2 kids and a wife as well. So
Exactly.
it's
very,
best of both.
Yeah, exactly. Both sides. I always say the smartest some of the smartest, best people that I've ever met in my life are poker players, and then like some of the creepiest weirdos, so
Yeah.
it definitely runs the full gamut of experience there, like all these very nerdy mathematicians, and then just
Yeah.
like some other characters.
Yeah, and I think with the thing with poker and comedy is there's nothing you have to do or achieve to get into it besides just join. Like if you have the money, you can
You're
play
in.
poker. Yeah,
Yes.
if you want to do an open mic, you're a comedian. It's like there's no mental health test, there's no nothing.
That is exactly how I felt. I felt too, from the perspective, like, no nepotism. Nobody can kind of like hold you down or be like, we don't like you. You can't be in our club, or like the corporate world, which I was in for a little while and hated.
Mm.
But like in poker, I always felt like what I do and how successful I am and everything is I mean, some of it's going to be luck, like in life,
Yeah,
and then a lot of it's going to be up to me. And nobody really can like dim my poker light if I don't, if I'm shining. Basically, where I felt like in other things,
100%.
there's, you know, definitely not the case.
No, totally. There doesn't seem to be any Bronny Jameses in the poker world. No, no, not, like what's the closest? I guess Doyle Brunson's son
Todd
was,
Brunson, yeah,
yeah, but he's very good. Like he
right,
could only be introduced into the world, and then you kind of have to sink or swim, right?
exactly, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'll make sure.
Get our chat pulled up here too.
Repost.
Hold.
I love the fact though that poker now doesn't have an app, or that this is like all browser.
I write nothing to download and everything. Oh,
It's
okay. We
it's
do have like a
beautiful.
ton of people in the chat, so I just want to like give a shout out to everybody that I see, from all the familiar faces and stuff as well, which is Steve, DFS Brat, Daniel Marks. Thank you, always showing up and hitting the like button. And everybody, please, if you don't mind, help grow our channel. We just made the transition over from Twitch to YouTube, so we really appreciate the support. I see Ariel Hart, Danny, of course, Danny Force, Realtor, always a familiar face. Good to see you guys tonight. Benjamin, Steve, the Killa Cam, another familiar face. I see DG and Poker. Hi guys. Thank you guys for showing up and chatting. Are you able
Nice.
to
I
see
just
the
got it all
the
pulled. Yeah,
chat?
I just got it
Okay.
all pulled up too. I'm feeling very high tech right now. I have two monitors working. I'm like Tom Cruise in Minority Report. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm not even close to there, but hopefully one of these days I'll just be able to perform basic functions and like type out full sentences and use punctuation. And
Yeah.
that's my goal.
Sometimes I just hope to have the technological know-how of a modern day 8-year-old. That would be sick.
Way advanced for me. I want to get to where my son was when he was 5, and I'll be
Yeah.
happy. You said you have a daughter too, right? You said
I
two
don't
kids.
know. I have two sons. So I have
See, I don't
one
listen.
5-year-old boy. Yeah.
I clearly was hanging on every word.
I do have two sisters. Maybe that's what you're picking up on, the feminine energy.
Psychically picking up on some feminine energy, yeah.
Do you have siblings?
I do. I have 3 sisters, and I'm the youngest.
Oh, wow.
I'm the 4th one. Mike's in
Nice.
the big blind here. I wonder, we're gonna see a hand here, unless in VR. Nope. Going to a flop
That's
here,
right.
Mike.
Yeah. I see a button. I'm like, I can't even see. Yeah, out of position. Unraised hand. You can kind of sense where I'm at.
That didn't look like a favorable big blind spot
No.
there.
No, that is, and it's so funny. I don't know why I'm so sensitive. I guess that's probably the comedian, in me that I still take sometimes, like when people bet into me as personal.
Taking it,
Like
taking
I'm
it
like,
personally.
yeah,
Oh yeah, I feel you. I have to remind myself, like the mental part of my game has become such a huge thing because I am definitely like that. Like if somebody raises my big blind a couple of times, rotations in a row, like if you do it twice, if you do it once and then you do it again, like we're not friends. And like
yeah.
I'm gonna be looking for like a spot to like 3-bet you, and then when I get it, I'm gonna be like, "Give me my blind back, bitch." You know?
That's really heartening to hear. I thought I was just a maniac.
Jesus.
All right, you're in another one here. These multi-way
Yeah.
pots though can be really difficult because it's very hard to play 5-way.
Yeah, especially with that
Boards.
flop.
In general, I try to we're gonna want to like size down if we are gonna be doing a lot of betting, but out of position, we're just gonna be doing a ton of checking. And on like monotone in general, though, if you do have a flush, like if you flop a flush, you want
Yeah.
to go three streets, so you want to like immediately put out a bet first thing, unless you're like you're 4 or 5-way in your first act, and you're probably still gonna do the checking unless you're the
Yeah.
pre-flop aggressor.
Right. Yeah, so in that situation, if there is no action pre-flop, but you are the first to bet, and there's or I guess there are 3 other people, do you start building in that situation, or do you check it and hope that they lead and then try to build it from there?
I think that especially with the flop flush, like with just the likelihood that everyone's going to check back behind on monotone scared, like going ahead and putting out a small sized bet because you're going to get called by a lot of top pairs and some
Hmm.
like one flush, like depending, like they could just have one diamond like an ace or king or like a high diamond looking for, or it's straight, you'll still get called by a lot of things, just placing one small bet on the flop. So I would, in general, lead on a monotone if it was like a limped pot, and or if you're in position and checked too, for sure.
Hmm.
Oh, do you have like a favorite poker player, or did you ever have somebody that was like you just loved watching or you were really into?
I mean, my answers are very hack because I think I started liking poker around the time when like all the big stars were established. So like I'm a big, Phil Ivey guy, Daniel Negreanu, like, I like those players. But I got really into Stu Unger after reading his
Oh
his
yeah.
biography,
Oh,
and
I have not read it.
yeah, so I never saw the movie with Michael Imperioli, but I don't know why I haven't seen that. I should, but I love the book, and I just thought he was such an interesting dude, and also very clearly like he just was an undiagnosed like on the spectrum dude at a time when they didn't know what that was, and he was more like a savant, just a brilliant mathematician guy. So like all of his whole life is just so interesting because it was just like through the through what we know now, mental health wise and just all that stuff. It's a totally different ballgame.
I have not read his story. I would be really, that sounds super fascinating though. I would be interested
When
to
he,
hear more about the savant side of it. I was always like a big Rain Man, like loved
yeah,
all of that sort of thing.
yeah, when he was like I think 8 years old, he was brought in by the mob to play some of the top gin rummy players in the world. So
Oh,
they would stake him, and he would play these people in gin rummy as a child and just take them down for thousands of dollars, and the mob would like give him a full pocket of candy for his troubles, and he'd leave. It was crazy.
I have an open here. Gonna play a hand. Let's see how these things goes. The blinds go up in these things really quick, as you may have
Yeah.
noticed as well. So can't miss too many spots. Let's see, do you have, where are you? There you are. Okay. We're still good. Let's see what's happening in the chat here too.
So somebody in the chat just said a Stu Unker story that he took his pants down, stood up on a poker table during a cash game, and then proceeded to urinate on the dealer. That's
Was that
interesting.
in his autobiography?
I think it may have been, but I haven't read it in a while. So, what's funny is the week before I started stand-up comedy, somebody told me that a comedian, I'll leave his name out because he's still active to this day, they told me the week before, it was in Rochester, New York, he took his penis out and peed on an audience member in the front row. So, look at that. Full circle, Stu Unger and a comedian.
Oh my gosh, this guy just jammed 82 bigs. The most interesting part about this, once this guy folds, is that we have a snap call.
Wow.
All right. And the other guy's all in. So we flopped a set of sixes here.
Nice.
So dead two, a 10. And then we made quads. Whoop. Quadzilla. Let's go.
Nice.
Let's win this passport, baby. Let's go. That was huge. I have 223 bigs. I'm chilling. I'm going to take some hands off, I think. This is going to be on you, Mike. Good luck. I'm relaxing on my wine.
I gotta run good for a minute.
Dropping things. So what are your performances you have coming up? Because you do a lot of stand-up, right?
You're
in New York
yeah.
Most of the time in New Jersey?
I'm based in New York, but I'm let me see. But I travel all the time. So I'm all touring nationally mostly, but I'm based in New York City. So I'll do the majority of my shows, oh, there we go. It came over the top. Took down a pot.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
I caught the very end of it just in time to see you go raking in the 23 bigs.
Nice. That was definitely somebody in the chat that's trying to see if I'm paying attention. But yeah, I'm based in New York. So during the week, like Monday through Thursday, I'll typically be in the city and do short comedy sets throughout the week. And then on the weekend, that's when I go out on the road and I do hour-long sets.
Oh, so mostly kind of when you say on the road, you don't have to go to Texas, right?
Oh, of course, yeah. I was just in where was I? I was in Austin last month or September, one of those. And then I'll be in Houston in December, actually, late December.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
Yeah.
You do come over. You do make it out this way.
I know. I love Texas. Always good crowds.
And do you make it out to the West Coast at all too?
I do. Yeah, I'll be out in LA. I think I'll be out in LA in January. I was in Seattle recently. I'll be out in Arizona again sometime soon. Yeah, I'm all over the map. Whoever and wherever will have me, I will be on a flight.
Very, very good. Have you ever done any shows or a friend of mine is Joe Stapleton.
Okay.
Do you know Joe?
I know that name.
Is this like one of those weird things that normal people that are not comedians do where they think that every comedian knows every other comedian? Like, my Uncle Joe, he did a show once
I do know.
years ago.
I do know him though. I'm looking him up. I've seen him around before. Yeah.
But yeah, poker player. There's a few. I know a few people that are kind of in your industry, even if not like writers, because writers and comedians, like you guys are kind of the same.
We're floating in the same waters for sure. I mean, I write for some really bad TV shows before, so I'm technically a writer.
Very cool. Matt Salzberg is another huge poker player, but he's a creator of Weeds, and
Oh yeah.
he plays poker. He's won WPT championships and stuff, and is a friend. And there's another one that I really like right now is Slow Poker, who's a writer, and he's doing like comedy skits with with like reels and various things. And so,
Oh, nice.
I always
check
love
him
the
out.
crossover.
Slow Poker. Nice. I gotta check that out. I know my career goal is to somehow do a TV show in the vein of Rounders, like something like that, where it's just a gritty but funny, dark poker
Yeah.
show.
I'm
That would
still
be
like
great.
hopeful. I've heard rumors that they're gonna do, if they haven't already, a Rounders too.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I think they're getting a script together. It's sick.
Yeah, that would be. I'm blurry. Huh. Fix it. No.
What happened?
My camera's blurry, but that's okay. We can just. I got it. Really blurry. Can you see me? Is it
Oh
blurry
no,
on
actually,
your side too? Okay.
yeah, I just realized that.
Okay. All right. Well, it's your show now. Mike. I'm just gonna be one of like in the fake audiences. I'm just gonna.
Yes. Like during the NBA bubble when they were
Good
playing,
luck.
and yeah.
All right. I'm
It's just-
back. I'm back.
It's just me in 4K, and people are like, oh god, what did we tune into? This is the exact opposite visual experience I was hoping for. Right.
All right. Mixed up in this one again. It's like a six-way
I
pot.
know. That's cool. The card protector thing. That's just for the stream. They have that.
Oh yeah, I just made that like using an image and then like added it as an
Oh,
overlay.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Actually, you know what? That's a lie. I did not do that. My son did that.
It's full. Immediately. What is your breakdown in terms of like live versus online that you play?
I play in the lounge here, the cash lounge that we have some, and enjoy that. And I'll play like our free rolls and play with friends, like a group of friends on Poker Now. But in general, I play just a ton live, like multiple nights a week. I'm playing grinding live, no matter if I'm out of town or in town. I'm like always grinding, usually live.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Now it's like I'm trying to get a consistent game with some comedians. So I had this idea. I was going to do a show with Barstool a while ago that was
yeah.
basically going to be kind of like a comedian poker tournament, like an official thing. But it fell through once there was some other business stuff. But I'm interested in kind of doing that. And then I've heard of some shows near me, or not shows. I've heard of some games near me that have kind of opened up. So I think I'm gonna get back to playing more consistently, especially with
Very
this
cool.
stuff. I'm like fired up to be back in.
That would be like such a great thing that I think would do so well in poker with comedians, like having a group of comedians playing off each other and playing and interacting. I could see that being really very, very successful.
Yeah, I was doing it one-on-one before on YouTube. I have a series called Heads Up with Mike Cannon, but I did 3 episodes of it because it got pretty pricey to produce just out of my own pocket. But
Yeah.
it was me versus just one other comedian. It ranged in terms of their abilities from not knowing anything about poker to kind of knowing very little about poker. Like none of them were very good, but the show itself was really fun and people seemed to like it. It just, again, it got expensive.
Yeah, as it does. That does sound fun. And then
Yeah.
hopefully we're gonna maybe do some things in the future
Oh, yeah.
coming up.
Oh yeah,
I'm excited for that.
absolutely. We got to, yeah. I'm pumped about that. I can't wait to get just exponentially better from breaking down how awful I'm playing right now.
No, definitely won't be. We'll try to plug some leaks. We can help each other.
Nice.
Let's see.
Were you-
And also, real quick in the chat, if you guys are playing in our free roll tournament, which it looks like, let's see how many of you guys are still in here. It's already going pretty quick. So only 199 still playing. Will you tell me what table you're at? I'd like to pull up a couple of you guys' tables so I can keep an eye on what you guys are doing. Daniel, DFS, Retail Force, Danny. Let me know where you guys are at. What were you saying?
I have no idea.
I am so bad at multitasking. I just got timed out of a hand I did not want to get timed out of.
Oh man.
It's the worst feeling.
Yeah.
Table 44. Right, let me get that one pulled up here. I'm currently in 19th place, so that's not bad.
Nice. I'm 94th.
All right, so you're right in the middle. You're actually better than you're like right in the middle.
Yeah, right in the middle. Hovering around.
All right, courtesy flush. I got your table open. That's Daniel Marks in the chat.
That's an all-time name. Well done. Courtesy flush is just that's right up my alley.
Good one. So I'm gonna need to get better at criticizing you. I feel like. I
Yeah.
think that's something we should practice. I'll just-
Please. If there's anything that you need to know, it's that comedians, myself in particular, enjoy a good bludgeoning. So
Okay.
anything that you have to say about my abilities, my intelligence, my just literally anything that you want to trash, please do.
Something tells me that there's like probably a way in which that's supposed to go down. That makes it okay, and I have a feeling that I am that person who like tries to say it like, in a way it'll be funny and you'll like
Right,
feel
right.
like okay, and instead it's just like, wow, I can't believe she said that to him like that, and there's just crickets, and I'm like
Yeah.
crawling away. So I'll have to practice my delivery.
It will build up to it. But I also think, comedians are habitual line steppers, to quote Charlie Murphy, constantly. My friend Robert Kelly, who's one of the funniest comedians ever, is notorious for going straight for the jugular in even the smallest disagreements. So, like, he'll say something just, like, uncomebackable to the point where he's like, I hope your dog gets sick. And you're like, what? Like, we're talking about the Yankees. Like, what are you talking about, man?
Oh my god! Then this is why I chose poker and not comedy. I am way too sensitive. I would be crying after the first joke.
Yeah, it does take definitely a certain level of sickness.
Do you have a favorite hand in poker?
I do. I have 10-8 suited. Is my favorite hand.
Yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
I like the 10-8 suited too. It's not a bad one.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the gap connector with the suit, and it's won me like some pretty like preposterous hands. It's cracked like, it's cracked high pairs and in pre-flop, desperation all ins, things like that. So it's one of those where through the years I'm like, all right, I'll ride with 10-8 no matter what.
I have like a similar favorite hand,
What is
but
it?
it's 6-9 of hearts.
Nice, nice.
But but my boss, Rafe, my boss, is just finding this out now because we have on our profile like, "What's your favorite hand?" And Rafe messaged me. He's like, "Okay, I'm uploading your profile. What's your favorite hand?" I'm like, "It's aces. It's aces. Like, of course, it's aces." I didn't tell Rafe that it was 69 of hearts. It is,
The most romantic 69.
of course.
Yeah,
But
that's so funny.
yeah. I've won some good like pots with it, and I've like pulled some interesting bluffs, and then like to show it. Like I'm basically a 13-year-old boy, I think, at heart.
Yes.
So I'm like super corny. It's like a cliche almost to like the 6-9 of hearts. Not even almost. It just probably is at this point. But I just think that in life it's overrated, but in poker it's underrated because it's suited, it's connected,
Yes.
you can do a lot with it. But that's I like it
No,
in poker.
I'm the same exact way. I still react like Bill and Ted anytime somebody says 69. Like I'm like, ah, like I play the air guitar and I'm just like 69, dude. I'm just a fucking idiot.
That's me too.
Yeah.
Yes. I love to show it as a bluff whenever I get a guy to fold.
that's they're probably so confused. Every time I'm just like, I'm not sure whether to be furious or how to feel.
Yeah, sometimes I get the nod, like, okay, all right, we're like, we'll take that one on the chin. This is the
Yeah.
69.
Pun intended.
It wasn't, but you were so good.
So as we're talking about this, I look up and at my table, a guy's name is Splooge Muffin.
Oh my gosh.
That's good stuff.
What the
Control yourself or go in the other room. Yeah. My moderator, aka boyfriend, is over there laughing at your jokes loudly and interrupting the stream. I'm gonna kick him out.
No, I'll take it. I need an audience. as many as possible. Oh, quads, nice.
You had quads?
No, somebody else did, but they showed it down. They played it all the way to the
Oh, I see.
river, so they got paid.
Well, it looks like you and Courtesy Flush are both like getting kind of in that lower-ish zone. Obviously, it's a turbo, so there's no need to panic because everybody's getting shorter-ish. So,
Yeah.
what place does it say that you're in now? Is
It's
it
I'm still in that middle. I'm still
in that middle
96,
zone?
but yeah, but it's dwindling now, and yeah, I'm
Sub
kind of
20 bigs? We're kind of getting into that zone where
Yeah.
anytime like the chips could get in.
yeah.
Could
I'll
three
open
bet
my range
jam
and
or-
play, and the ones that I play, I'll play pretty aggressively.
Nice. Generally, like I talk about this on the stream, as we like go down in blinds, we want to play like more high card and pair heavy, like high big aces and stuff like that, and less of the suited connectors because we don't get to realize our equity as much
Yeah,
with the lower connected cards as we do with our like higher stuff in pairs. Folding this. And you're in the big blind off of 16.
Yep.
All right. Noelle, my sister's in the chat. Hey, sister. Hello.
Noelle, let's see if you bring me good luck for my big blind.
She said, "Hey, oh, I need a free roll. Yo, hook me up." All right, we're in here, three-way. Check. Everyone checks around on the flop. Queen Jack 8, 5 on the turn, full rainbow. Checks again. Over to Spludge Muffin.
Yeah.
Does decide to do a delayed c-bet of 2 bigs here.
Yeah, I had nothing to really even protect or come back with.
Yeah. And that does like favor the Queen Jack is like very connected, does actually favor his range. If it was like more like a 9 high board, that would be one that you can even consider like leading on, or an 8 high, 8 high or 9 high, because it just so favors you as the big blind. And especially like ones that have a straight possible, because the big blind is going to be the one that will flop a lot of 2 pairs on and straights possible on those low end boards, especially versus like more earlier position opens who are going to have like a lot less of those cards, and we just are like so much favored. But on the Queen high, Queen Jack high, that's just not really your spot.
Yeah. How do you come in? How do you like to come in when you're a small blind in those situations where you have like maybe you have 1 or 2 limpers and then just a big? Do you call worried about the raise from the big blind, or do you always kind of push the pot to raise it, or do you fold if it's not?
Depending on where the opener
borderline.
is, like I think the small blind gets to squeeze a lot, and like if it was like a hijack open and a cutoff, and a button flat, or if it's some formation of like later positions, especially the small blind can have like a lot of 3 off your stack size, like a lot of 3-bet jams, but also a lot of flats with suited hands. However, like if you're going too much multi-way, you're out of position. If you go too low on your suited connectors, you could just end up getting flushed over flushed in like cooler type of situation.
Right.
But I don't tend to worry too much about the big blind raising unless I have a good read on them, because they're so incentivized to close the action. And whereas like thoughtful players are building in a lot more 3-bet bluffs, in general it's being way under bluffed from the big blind, and so they're just flat. Like if they are raising, so often they have it, or they're just completing the action and checking back more frequently than they even should be.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think I just when I played a lot live, I would play with the same people. So obviously your styles would constantly shift, change. You'd learn more about each other, and then you'd adapt towards each other. But I played with a lot of hyper aggressive maniacs that anytime you'd limp, every
attack
pot
it.
is getting jammed no matter what.
Right. That makes a lot of sense, and especially for, do you play more cash exclusively? Do you play Vermeer tournaments?
Yeah, mostly cash.
Yeah. So that perspective that I was thinking is definitely more tournament geared, although like there is going to be some of that same in a lot of the cash games as well, but definitely like I think tournament based as our bigs. As we're deeper, we get to we should actually still be playing pretty tight, but when you're deep, like you're 200 big blinds deep, there's so much more you can do because you have more power pieces to work with and play around with and maneuver. But yeah, I've played with those guys, the hyper aggro guys. I think I am one of those guys in a lot of my games. I'm pretty sure in my cash games I'm generally. So are you the tighter one then?
No, I mean, usually when I'm playing right, like when I'm playing my style of poker and free and not necessarily encumbered by insecurity in my decision making, then
Okay. I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, then yes, I am much more aggressive, and I'm much more like I'm read heavy, so I'm playing less even my hands than I am playing others' hands, I guess, especially live.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm the same.
but yeah, when I'm when I'm insecure about my own decision making and in my head, and then I'm playing pretty tight, and it's just a bad way to be. Where it's like, limp calling station, awful poker.
I know exactly what you mean. I've talked a lot about like if I've been running bad or losing, and how like my confidence is dashed, how just even the smallest like it can affect my decision making. That's why mindset has become such a huge thing for me, to like try to, even when you're running bad or things aren't going your way, to try to keep it um, try to keep myself in the game, because I can be my own worst enemy at times. I have a raise. I raised to 4 bigs, and then I got called. I have ace king off here. I got jammed on by pocket tens, and I have the ace king. We do flop an ace, so we just need to dodge the 2 outs here.
Nice.
And we do it. Let's go. Another bust out. Let's go. Let me see if I can quick enough to get my cards protected. Let's go. All right. Wait, yeah. Oh, the blinds must have just gone up again, did they?
They
Yeah,
went
they
up, and
did.
I lost a pot that I raised pre-flop. He bumped it a little bit, and I just, instead of jamming over the top, I just called. It was bad play.
What was our holding?
I had a queen jack with nobody else in the hand though, and I was late
So
in
still
the
heads up with the queen jack. Yeah.
yeah.
What was his 3-bet sizing?
It was like 2.5 size, I
Two and
think,
a
so
half
not
X.
quite
Yeah.
3 times. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, that seems reasonable.
yeah.
And we are pretty shallow, so it can be hard. And I guess you just didn't flop any equity.
No, and there was an ace on the flop too, so there was already
Shit.
an over, and everything that went wrong went wrong.
All right, so we're going to need to spin. Let's see how our friend Courtesy Flush is doing over here. Okay, he's got 7 bigs. Let me know if you end up, or if you're all in or in a hand, because I'm
Yeah,
going to sweat you.
yeah. I am bottom 7, so it's coming soon.
My sister knows me well. She says she is one of those guys. Do not cross that queen. It's true. Brandon says
Well,
Cannon needs diaper money. Let him win.
yeah, true, true. That was what was so interesting about playing live too in Manhattan, was a lot of those guys were really like uber successful business dudes, so they had like quite a bit of ego with them as well, and to to
Not
watch
you.
how they operated with money was really entertaining.
Anytime like I hear that somebody operates that way, though, like ego based, I know that there is money opportunity there, because if they're
Exactly.
operating from that ego, they maybe, a lot of times these guys are really smart though, also, and
Totally.
and so can be very, very dangerous. But also, if they are playing ego based and they get emotional, then there's usually like a good spot here. So this is interesting spot. 2 bigs, jammed by a 10 big blind stack. I have king queen off. This is like, in general, it's a call here, but my bigs are where I'm currently in 10th place, and like my stack is worth so much, and I could be way behind here. I'm actually just gonna let that go, even though standardly it's a standard call. But I think with my specific holding, and because it's a turbo, and because of how shallow the stacks are, those chips I think are just like worth a lot in my stack, and I don't necessarily. I like the best I'm hoping for is to be flipping with a pair like of
Mhm.
8s or 7s or 6s, and in that case I'm behind. And then kind of worst case, I'm like up against an ace king or an ace queen hand, and I'm drawing really, really thin. So I think just gonna fold to the 3-bet because of my stack, because I want to play some stack preservation considering, how shallow everybody is.
I think I have to move in.
Okay, I'm on.
Yeah.
We're watching here.
I think I do. This is all right. Let's do it.
All right, let's go. Good luck, Mike.
Thank you. I have a triple up hand. That's for sure. Oh, now I don't.
Oh no! Oh no!
Once the flop came out,
They
nope.
don't have any of this. Oh
Yeah.
wait, Spludge Muffins betting. That's not good for us.
Nope.
Oh, he only has ace.
Oh, let's go.
Shoot, the 5-6. Come,
Seven.
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 No, I thought for
Oh.
a second. Why did I think it was a 7? I just believed for some reason. I don't know why.
I really did too. Damn.
GG. Courtesy Flush also busted. You guys both did, and so did I think did DFS Brad, I think, as well. It's kind of that time where it gets really shallow pretty quick. So now we only
Yep.
have. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. 130 left playing of the 555 that that started, and it will kind of move quick now.
Yeah.
Quicker.
Yeah, that just swallowed me up in the last 10 minutes. That was crazy.
Man, and all he had was ace high, ace 4. God, give us
But-
a 7, a 5, a 6. You were so live still. He didn't even hit the ace.
I know.
So
I have to
right.
express gratitude for him betting. So for him
Getting
even
the other
giving me
guy
a
out.
shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's very kind of him. Where you're still in 10th?
I am, let's see. Get back over to me. I'm in 20th. So I have fallen off a little bit. I haven't had much to work with. On my table though, aces versus kings, 9-10. The aces are going to hold 3-way.
Wow.
And let's see if I saw Cacciatore, which is one of the familiar faces. All the people with the badges here are plus members, which in our normal free rolls mean they oftentimes get 3x payouts and such. Oh, DFS Brad is still at table 44. So let me pull up 44. It looks like, do I already have 44 pulled up? All right. Okay, let's see where DFS is. There he is, 15 bigs. DFS is in there. Anybody else playing tonight wants me to be able to pull up their table and watch? Let me know. I'm in here.
We in here.
Yeah, we out here. Okay, let's see.
Oh yeah, all the way up to 2,000 next. Classic.
Stevie G is gonna flat my open on the button. We're gonna go to a 3-4-8 flop. This is going to be a C bet here.
$28.
Makes the call. 4 on the turn, pairs the 4. Gonna check this middling board pair, the middle card pair. He has exactly a little less than pot size shove behind, so he has he does bet 3 bigs without much further equity. On the flop we had backdoor clubs, backdoor straight. I just had the jack 9s of clubs there. we're wrapped around the 8. There's not a lot I can do. Um, just end up letting it go. I almost considered not even folding it or not even opening the hand just because there's so many jam stacks behind. And I actually need to be even more aware of that. And now after that pot, that was actually pretty significant because I need to be playing. If I'm the largest stack, then whoever is the next largest stack behind me is actually the stack size I'm playing. So if I have 30 bigs, but everybody else behind me only has 12, then really I'm playing a 12 big blind stack. I'm not playing a 30 big blind stack. So I should be like jamming or folding or raising based on what a 10 or 12 big blind stack would be doing, not off of a 30 big blind stack. So I probably should just lean fold pre with that, considering everyone is short behind. And if I get jammed on, I have to fold. And out of position, I don't have that many prospects unless I flop decently well, because we're not deep enough for me to really make any moves other than try to realize. So I think I misplayed that one and I should have folded it pre.
It is interesting though how you have to, like, the way you broke that down, and that you have to consider that you're basically not even playing your stack at that point. You're playing their stack and how they have to strategize towards the hand.
Exactly, the effective stack size. So I can have 100 bigs, but I can be playing 20 big blinds effective.
Yeah.
It is pretty fascinating, and something you have to constantly think about, because you can quite easily forget, oh, I've got 30 bigs. What am I, like, or I have 50, or I have 100 bigs. Well, you don't really. They only have 15, so you only have 15. Interesting.
That's cool. Does it say how many people are left?
Yeah, so it says there's 107 left.
Oh, nice.
And I'm 31st out of 106. Bart is just jammed.
It must have, it got rid of that information for me since it kicked me since I'm out of the tournament. It's like you no longer can know how many people are left.
GG. Let's look at the leaderboard too, if there's anyone familiar here, or if there's any like good names like Courtesy Flush. Oh, Killer Cam's at the top. Killer Cam's always in the chat. It's a friend of the chat as well. Let me pull up Killer Cam. Also, it makes me think of the challenge, because one of the girls on the challenge was Killer Cam. Have you been watching this season?
I haven't been watching this season.
Oh,
but
you're not a real fan. Never mind.
I know. I gotta tap in. I will say this though. For my buddy's bachelor party, we went out to Vegas and we ended up partying with Leroy and a bunch of this is actually when DM was still alive. DM and a bunch of those people from the Real World Challenge, and we were hanging out with them for like all day. They're cool. They're pretty cool.
Wow.
I know. Yeah. And then the offensive line of the Steelers thought my friend was McLovin from Superbad, so we also hung out with them for a while because he was just a nerdy white dude, and they just assumed he was McLovin.
That's hilarious. Good old DM. That's really sad. We flopped the ace. We turned the nut flush draw. We rivered the flush. I checked it twice to the pre-flop aggressor in position. He checked it back. I led on the river, and he just folded. Could not get any love with our hand there, but we did win an open and the blinds.
Nice.
So took down a little one. Good to put us back into 24th place here. And I see Cacciatore. There's Killicam. All right. Oh, the Killicam, you are chip leader. Let's go. Get that golden passport.
Wow.
Pretty sick. Are you going to be going? Oh no, I just saw today that you're going to be doing some shows in Jersey. I think
I am.
Yeah.
I'm doing Point Pleasant, New Jersey at Uncle Vinny's Comedy Club. I think the 13th and 14th of December. So perfect top season for the Jersey Shore.
Oh, that's awesome. That's very cool.
Yeah, I actually love the Jersey Shore in the wintertime is really beautiful. Actually, I like it a
I
lot.
have heard that.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of boyfriends that lived in Jersey, now ex-boyfriends. But yeah, they were always trying to get me to come out to Jersey, and I was always making fun of Jersey and like trying to talk shit on it. Pretty much. But I have made it out there at this point, and I actually really liked it. And it was really, really beautiful. And I mean, most everywhere I go, I just end up seeing the inside of the casino, though, for the most part.
Yeah, yeah,
Have
yeah.
you been to like Live, I guess is what it's called out there? Did you go to Live?
Where in Atlantic City?
Jersey. Well, there's a bunch of them. There's like Philly Live, and then there's one in Jersey.
Was that a nightclub?
It's a casino.
Oh, I don't know if I
It's
have
always
actually.
Live with the exclamation point. They have them like a bunch of them.
Oh wow, no, I guess I haven't.
What casinos do you go to, or you only do the mostly
I
underground stuff?
So I usually do like the rooms typically, but since I'm on the road, I'll do anywhere that I'll play. So I'll do Mohegan Sun in Uncasville, Connecticut. I'll play there. I've been in Mohegan Sun in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. I've done the Parks Casino.
Oh, okay, yeah, Parks is a
yeah,
good one.
with Turning Stone, I've played there
Okay.
before. Yeah, just any small town America casino, I've basically done shows there, and also probably sat at a 1-2 table.
Very cool. All right, Crushmaster is betting here on the 10 that the clubs did complete here. This was heads up BVB. Let's let it go. He's gonna take it down the river. It's just me. What are you doing busting? I, I need more help. Come, Ariel said, "Come to Borgata with me." Yes, I would like to go to the Borgata. They're always running great events. Do you ever go to? Have you gone to Borgata?
I have, yeah. I've done Borgata once or twice. I mean, in terms of Atlantic City, that's kind of like the spot. That's really the nice spot.
Yeah.
I've heard. I haven't been to that new Hard Rock though. I heard that's actually kind of nice.
I haven't heard of the new Hard Rock unless they run poker series there. Borgata and Parks, I've definitely heard of.
Yeah, the only thing about Atlantic City is it kind of looks like it was like just unearthed from the bottom of the ocean, and then and then you get there and you're just like kind of terrified, so you run inside to a casino, and then
Yeah, I think I've been to that spot.
yeah.
Well, Ariel, that's why I would not have been there for sure. So, do you play what I call any of the dark side games?
What are the dark side games?
Anything that's not poker, blackjack, Ethereum, craps,
So,
slots.
I tried to play blackjack like a couple times, and I got too stressed out. Like the dudes that were playing were so good and took it so seriously and got so offended by my lack of know-how that I was like, I just can't even sit here. I feel too on edge. I'm like, I'm making life or death decisions every time. But then, I'll play roulette every now and again. That'll be kind of like my, all right, if I have whatever, I'll throw some chips on a table and I'll have a good time with that. But no, unfortunately, I'm mostly just a poker player, which is like the worst social gambler of all time.
I hear you. I've been to those blackjack tables where they play really serious. Actually, I might be one of those. I'm not one of those people. I'm not. I'm really not. But I do know exactly what you're talking about. As far as like, criticizing, thinking that you're making the whole table lose if you hit on something they thought you should have stayed on, and it's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just feel too bad. Like I've ruined everybody's evening. We used to, my buddies and I, when we had big home games though, and towards the end, when there'd be 4 people left, we'd start playing like Follow the Queen, or stuff, action games like that. Have you ever played that?
No.
I don't even really know how to explain it, but basically, you kind of just cheat to take money from your friends, and it's a high action
Great.
betting game, constantly blind, and there's just a lot of money that changes hands. It's very fun, and end of the evening game.
Taking money from my friends, it's like my favorite pastime. Love to do that one. So.
Yeah, there's really nothing better than
Nothing
that.
quite like it. Yeah, the soft playing of your friends and loved ones, that's just not me. I'm not about it. I'm like out for blood. My boyfriend and I have been sat at the same table in tournaments here recently multiple times, and like he's busted me a couple of, actually on day 3 of a on day 3 of a WPT, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, he didn't get laid that night. That much.
How could he?
That was a very cold couch, I'm sure. But yeah, he's busted me a couple of times, and then I'm going to play this tournament, and then he's like, oh, okay, I'll come play, and then he ends up busting me, or I end up busting him. But like, I take so much joy in it.
Yeah, how could you not? That's the whole point of dating somebody that also plays. It's like,
I don't take joy when he does it to me. I'm just like,
right, of course.
Like I give him death stares. I make him feel like he's like in so much trouble. But the reverse, like I just, there's no greater pleasure than
yeah. Oh man, especially that day 3, you're like fully committed into a tournament.
That was really... so messed up. Luckily, he did go on to. We're gonna be all in here. He did go on to final table it. So we've got, it's a flip, 10s versus ace jack. Keep it low, baby. That is not low. What the hell? No. Please help me. Cards. Damn it. Eek. Ay caramba. That was not good. A paired board too is usually so good for a paired hand. It had to be jack, queen. That's annoying. I'm still in though, right? I still have a couple back.
Oh yeah.
Maybe? Do I? Am I still in? I thought I had a couple left.
Yeah, I thought you were at 8,000.
Where am I? Go to my current table. Oh, there. Okay, I'm coming in next hand. That's why. Okay.
Got you.
No, I'm very competitive. Are you competitive? Like, are comedians competitive?
Yeah, comedians are, because,
so
yes.
You kind of have to, like, work together. Do you guys all secretly, like, hate each other and want to be better than each other?
I don't even think it's secret. I think it's like a wide out in the open. Everybody's trying to eat each other.
Okay, so we really, similar professions, really. Then. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we all work with each other. We all try to put each other over. We all have our friends that we really believe in. And then we also want to, like, rip the still beating heart out of each other's chest.
That makes sense. So you just, like, make a lot of fun out of it, make fun of everybody too that you don't like, and just talk shit about how they're not funny and stuff.
100%. 100%. Yeah, that's what group chats are for.
I love it. That's the stuff that I want to hear about too. That's the stuff I want to know. I want to know, like, the grit, the what you guys are really saying, like, about each other. All the dirt. Give me the tea.
I mean, it's not even, that's the thing, is it's not, none of it is even interesting. Like, once you break down the comedian drama, you actually quickly realize what a bunch of narcissistic teenagers we all are.
I hear that. Oh, that's like, I think, like, I usually say, oh, Mike Madisal was talking about Robbie J. Lou. I busted. Oh, I got a side pot. Let's go.
Nice.
It's actually made chips. That guy was so short. Guy was so short. He only had like a tenth of a big or something. I actually
That's amazing.
doubled base. I effectively doubled that hand. Let's go. By hitting a 7 on the river. Yeah, Mike Mattisau. You know, did you hear about the Robbie J. Lew, the Jack 4 scandal? Where
Was that the buzzing thing? The buzzing ring or whatever, or
that was one of the theories, right?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Which
yes, I did read about that.
You heard of the Magnus Carlsen thing, the chess player, and what they think was buzzing on him as his cheating?
It was something. The call was coming from inside the house, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mike was just talking about how he thought Robbie was like a narcissist or something. I was just like, honestly, it's like 80% of Americans. I feel like I'm just like, if we're hating people for being narcissists in America, we're gonna be hating like everybody. I think everybody's parents just made them feel too good about their artwork when they were 3.
Yeah, it's like they said good job while also not really making eye contact and focusing on something else. So it's this mixture of praise and also being ignored.
We don't believe you, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that does make me that cracks me up all the time too when somebody like thinks they're dropping a bomb on you and they're like, you'll never believe this, but they're a narcissist, and it's like, oh wow. what a sparkling discovery.
Exactly. Like I'm like, I just assume everyone is from the jump.
Yeah.
Like that is my baseline assumption for like all humans. I
feel like if you've lived past 30 years old, part of you has to be a narcissist just to survive.
Truth. All right. Agreed. I'm glad we're on the same page here.
100%.
All right. We got the power of the ace to the club flush draw. But River King Queen is going to take it versus Ace 10 here. DFS still in though. We were rooting for DFS Brat. He's actually on our table now. This is a friend of the chat. He's also Dallas local and a streamer as well, and he plays in local rooms here. So definitely wanted DFS to win that hand, so that one went the wrong way, unfortunately. But DFS is still in, and these again stacks are super shallow. Anything can shift at any time. I think I'm gonna be all in here. I'll reserve my comments until 11 Oceans is definitely calling for sure. He didn't limp to not call, but we actually aren't in a terrible spot. Oh, well, we aren't, except we're in a terrible spot now. We need to hit a deuce. Deuce. No. All right. That's a GG for us. That's all right though. DFS, take it down, spin it up. Shoot. Dang it.
Damn. Unbelievable.
I thought I was gonna win this thing.
I thought you were gonna spike it too.
Gross.
Now just two sideline people that can't even see how many people are left in the tournament.
I mean, I'm like just a hair above where you're at technology-wise at this point, so I'm gonna be able to find it somewhere. But you're correct. I'm no longer participating in this event. We're gonna find it. There are only 45 players left, and this is going super super fast. So we're gonna be down to redraw at 27. To the final 3 tables, and then because everyone's super shallow already, I'm gonna pull up a few of these tables because again there's only 5 tables left, and everyone's probably pretty shallow.
Are they all full tables?
One table has 8 and the rest all have 9.
Nice.
So pretty close, and I'm getting them all launched here, so can just kind of skip around, and I see some familiar faces too.
Everyone that you open, it just reminds you that you're out. Every time they're just like, just a reminder, your participation is over.
Yeah, Rafe, we need to do something about that. That's a little needle, a little painful needle every time. Every time I open the window. All right. Oh, we had, is it a double knockout? Nope. Did get a single knockout that time. Let me take a quick look around and see. JJ Corrado coming in this next hand. That is another friend of the chat. Used to be a streamer on ACR. I don't think he even plays on there anymore. Smart call. But he is like a great player and a friend. And then let's see, Cacciatore, another friend of the chat, is right here. See who we have that we want to sweat. Okay, well, we're rooting for this guy because his name's Rhett, which is my son's name.
Nice.
But I don't know who that is. And then Killacam, obviously, friend of the chat. Anyone with a Poker Now Plus badge. Oh, we've got an all-in and a call, but Tigran, wow, flops a set. And, yeah, Howard is drawing dead on that one. And let's see, who else we got? Ascension GTO plays all of these, always with the skull, and it looks like, it looks like a skull and like, what is that, grain? It's like wheat?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he always has that same skull and wheat avatar. I'm not, but go Ascension. We're always rooting for you. Let's see who else is in here. JZB. Don't know any of these people. Another knockout. JZB, a plus badge just got knocked out as well. That's it. Got a few people, a few friends of the chat still playing, and we are down to 37.
Wow. Just getting picked off left and right.
Yeah, it goes really, really fast at the end. Like, literally every hand will have a bust out here. So, yeah, this one, SYY, is going to bust as well. Because, like, the average stack as we look around, it's like most people have sub 5 bigs.
Yeah.
Just looking for a spot.
I do realize the next time that I do this, I'm gonna have to figure out how to keep my computer closed because I'm like an old man just putting my face up to just trying to read as best as I can. I just realized how 100 I looked.
Oh man, yeah, take a little bit of the heat off of me. I'm usually the old lady around here, like trying to navigate technology and failing. So, Mike, save me. You can embarrass yourself for me.
Forehead to wow, Stevie G, good call.
I gotta get better with my navigation of these buttons here. I'm gonna put you full screen as soon as you do that next time. DFS, GG. We lost DFS. Thank you for playing. You went so deep this time. And I believe, DFS, just so you know, I'm not sure. I'm going to let you guys know. I'll post, but I think we may have one more of these coming up. It may be very, very soon. I'm going to get final confirmation, but stay tuned, as always, to like my Instagram stories as well as X for Poker Now and myself, because we may have another one of these, another chance coming up really soon. And a very nice deep run there, DFS.
Yeah, well done.
And good, thanks for coming in and hanging out in the chat. It's always good to see you as well. And thanks, Noel.
DFS, I'm a new friend, but I hope you feel the connection as deeply as I do.
Let's skip around here, see what else we got going on. Oh, we closed one. We lost a table.
So it's top 3 of this tournament get into the $5 million free roll.
Yeah, which we were doing some factoring of like how much that seat is actually worth. There's an all-in and a call here. The ace queen is at risk, looking good to double, and does, yeah, with high
Nice.
card. But we were trying to do some factoring of like how much is that seat worth, because you know there's going to be 2,000 people playing it. It's $5 million in the prize pool. 2,000 people allowed, like entrants, but probably about 20% of those won't even show up.
Right.
And then you, like, there's definitely going to be a significant amount of players that are kind of just the dead money. Like, they have no chance of making it probably into the money. So when you take, the remaining, whatever that would be, 204, like, 1,500, 1,400 players divided by 5 million. This, like, the seat's worth a lot. It's several $1,000s, probably like it's probably like a 4K seat when all is said and done. So really, really big prize.
That's amazing.
Well, and also you have to think about the fact that in this free roll, there's just not going to be a lot of good players, like the top players. They can't just come buy into this $5 million event. This is going to be people that won contests, they won drawings, they won, free rolls, not your pro grindy players. There'll be some of those who got in, but the amount versus anything else. So this is like really in the everyman's event that really anyone can win.
Somebody's going to make some paper.
Exactly.
After winning the everyman event.
And I'm hoping I am the everyman. Killa Cam jams it from under the gun 1, and we folded around to the small, but looks like all she has to do is get through the big blind here. Gonna take down some more chips. At a good time as we're approaching, or she's approaching the big blind. Let's go Killa Cam. Nice hand, nice hand. All right, we have another all in and a call. Ace 9 versus King Queen. King on the river will make the Broadway straight for Rutland, who's going to double through JJ. We wanted JJ to win that one because he is definitely a friend. But you still got chips, JJ. You've still got this.
I believe in you personally.
He doesn't. He's lying.
I've heard good things about you, JJ.
They were all lies too. Oh, so Noelle said, so how do I get in one of these free rolls? Well, really easily. I post the links on all my socials, but you have to stay on Instagram longer than a few days. You can't delete your Instagram every 3 days because, something triggers you. So, stay on IG long enough to check my story. All in and a call. Queen 3 is at risk and is going to bust here to cash. Right, with that one, we are at redraw time. We're at 27, so we're going to be redrawing right now, down to 3 tables. Final 3 tables, guys. Congratulations to our final 3 tables, making it this far. Over 500 people started this event, and we're down to 27.
Not bad. Not bad. Well done, everybody. So far. I'm still looking at the sheet as if I'm looking at all the rest of it. I can't find anybody who's still in the tournament. I'm still trying to find tables. I'm looking at Rhett Gunner, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, yeah, her son's name. And that's I'm so I need to have a handler.
I need a handler. I want him.
Yeah.
Let's see. King, we do have an all in a call. Flops a set, needs a queen, doesn't get there. It's gonna be Dan doubling up through Barney here, but Barney's still in. What is a handler, really? That's just somebody who explain that to me.
I think it's kind of just like a human seeing eye dog. It's just somebody that takes you by the hand and just leads you through life and more or less acts as your appendages. So you don't have to spoon anything into your own mouth. You don't have to write anything. You just have somebody that kind of does everything while you just receive life.
Well, I was lying earlier when I said I thought I needed a handler, but now that I know what it is, I
Yeah.
know I need it.
You totally.
Really.
Like you ever see that video of Ariana Grande being carried like a baby from like Good Morning America to her car?
That's it.
Yeah, that's a handler, and I could absolutely use one of those.
Oh my. I was made for that life.
Totally.
All right, Rhett's all in versus Kings. We need an ace on this board. Come on, baby. 3-4. It's not going to do it. Ace on the river. King on the river is not going to do it. That's okay. Rhett's still in. I don't even know Rhett Gunner, but I do know he has this video and his mic on. I can't actually see him because I'm streaming, but if I could look at it, he could be a terrible human, but he has my son's name, so I want him to win.
God knows what he's screaming underneath this this stream right now, but we're rooting for him based on name alone.
Exactly. Gotta do it.
Yep, that's how my wife picks winners for March Madness. She's like, I just like that the animal that's their mascot.
That's me. That's so me. Ace 8 looking really good here and is going to knock out Tigran. Why I cry whenever I laugh. It's so annoying. You have I need to is there a way to cancel my tear ducts, because it's kind of over the top. Not everybody cries this much just when they laugh a little bit.
You're like a Bond villain. That's your tell.
I have an actual problem with this. This is a real issue for me, Mike, and especially if we're going to work together. I have to figure out a way to stop the tears.
I love it.
It doesn't work for me long term.
My high school friend had an involuntary donkey laugh. Every once in a while, you could tell she was laughing really hard because she'd go it would just kind of erupt out of her mouth, and she would just kind of look around in school and be horrified. It was tough in high school.
Oh man, I feel that. Fours versus the King Jack, and it is the King Jack that's at risk here. Ace deuce board. 5 on the turn. We need a King Jack or a 5 to stay alive, otherwise we are gonna lose.
Wow. Wheel.
L Train. GG L Train. Who finishes? Oh, this table is closed now. We're down to 2 tables. Final 18. So he must have finished in 19th place. And then there were 2. Let's see who made it. Oh, JJ Corrado's still in. Let's go.
Let's go, JJ.
I love it to see people that I know got into the event because I told them, or they saw it. They saw my thing, and if they could win one, that would be sick.
Yep. Plus, how can you, Corrado Soprano? How do you root against? How do you root against that name?
Are you a Sopranos
I'm a Sopranos huge fan. I think I married my Italian wife partially because of how much I love that show.
I have in the background watched The Sopranos 10 times. Because of my ex, basically, who just would watch it on repeat. As soon as it was over, we're starting it again. So he loves all the mob stuff.
I got to be on. I was on Rob and Jamie Lynn, who played AJ and Meadow. I was on their podcast a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's so sick.
I know, it was surreal. I was just sitting down with the 2 Soprano kids, and I was like, "This is insane."
Wow, yeah, that would be incredible. I can only imagine, if you're, especially for a big Soprano fan.
Yeah, well,
Do they have any reboots or anything of that?
They did so they did that prequel movie, The Many Saints of Newark, which was largely panned as not very good. Um,
Right.
unfor-
I think I almost remembered that.
yeah, there were some moments in it that were very entertaining, but there was some other stuff that was just plain silly. But the documentary apparently that just came out about it is the best like thing that's come out since. So it like breaks down it shows auditions and all that stuff, which is very cool.
Oh, is that on HBO?
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. I would want to go back and watch that as well.
Yeah, they show all these like old, other actors that you would have never thought also auditioned to be Tony, and
Oh,
just
yeah.
how weird it looks with anybody else trying to play that role.
So how did it go? The podcast, like when you did it, what did it?
It was good. I think like it was fun. I was making them laugh, and it's one of those things where I was sitting there, and a couple times I had to like catch myself from being so existential. I was like breaking down the finer moments of my life. Like I was just like, why? I was like, what am I doing sitting here? I'm with these two people. They're actors. How are they in podcast? Like it was just like this whole world of just like so confused. But they were like two of the nicest people I've ever met. So warm and just like easy to talk to, and they brought you right in. So there was no kind of like weirdness or any type of this is who am I talking to here at all. It was like it was very comfortable.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, they were so cool. And I had we had Rob, who played AJ, on my old podcast, and he told us some really cool stories about like not necessarily filming Sopranos, but like what it was like to socialize with those guys and go out to clubs and like be with Tony Sirico and James
I'm
Gandolfini and
gonna have
shut
to
down a
watch that.
restaurant.
What is their podcast called? I'm gonna
That
go
was
back
Chrissy Chaos, and Rob Eiler was on that one.
and watch that.
Yeah, but it was very cool because he was just what it was like to just go out to eat with those guys, and how they would just shut down beautiful Italian restaurants till like 4 a.m. and get hammered and have a good
I
time.
can only imagine the stories that they have behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Ace on the Turn is going to save Ascension, who is going to double through TP7s to stay alive. And, yeah, down to still it says 17 still, but it looks like King 8 versus King 4, they're going to chop that one up here as well. So Crashmaster has like 20 bigs at this point in the tournament. That's just absolutely huge. That he's got to be the chip leader here at 20 bigs effective at this stage in the tournament. Blinds are going up again in like 1 minute. I'm so not used to having a co-host that like I'll like switch back into solo mode and just pretend like you don't exist.
It's great. I think it's great.
I'm sorry about that, but I'm just like,
No, I think
can't
that
help
actually
it.
works. It's like it's similar to just having a buffoon to play, to just add to just add nonsense.
The
I'm
clapping
gonna
monkey.
Yeah, I'll try my best to talk poker at a high level, but you are clearly leagues above me in that. So I'll add some color about Sopranos stories or whatever.
I love it. I love it.
But
The King
JJ
Eight-
Corrado is number 2 in chips.
Oh, is he really? Did I miss
Well,
a big pot?
Number
Oh, with
3
8
actually. Yeah.
bigs? Oh no, that's just at one table.
Oh,
Right?
never mind.
Oh
Damn,
wait,
my bad,
you're
JJ.
right. No, you were right. You were right. See, I'm not used to saying that to a man, but you know,
It's honestly, it was so far into my ears, I didn't even register it.
all right. Queen Jack 9 11 Oceans versus Dan. Dan just jams it. Flops a piece and jams 11 calls. So Queen Jack versus Jack 7. 11 Oceans looking extremely good. Dead on the turn. Actually, Dan's dead. So I'm gonna say goodbye to Dan in either 17th or 16th place there. Bounce over to the other table where we have another all in and a call. Host is going to be at risk on this one. Ariel said Casey chose violence this late at night. Yeah, I can't, when I have a co-host and I know he's like a comedian and funny, like I can't be my normal, like super PC self. I don't know. I just like I'm a little extra over the board. Some of the people who never never see this side of me are like, "What? Who is this? What is she saying?" in this chat?
That's awesome. Hopefully, I'm not
Bringing it
horrifying
out of
everyone.
me. I don't know what to do. Don't judge me.
I mean, it's a healthy thing to get it out there in the world, I think.
I hope so. Don't fire
Yeah.
me, Rafe. I love you.
Yeah. He's immediately like, "What is this?"
This isn't who I hired.
Yeah, this has exposed them both to be not what I thought.
Noelle, you need an Instagram handler. Yes, you do. And no, I won't do it. 9s versus the 7-3. And yeah, Ty is dead.
Damn.
Yeah, dead on the flop. It's pretty hard to flop someone dead on the flop, but Cash did it. Flopped a boat.
Well done.
So we lose Ty there as well. It is really getting down to it. Let's see. 13, you guys. Final table is fast approaching. We'll see we've got Crashmaster as first, 11 Ocean second, Zubert third, Cash is in fourth, TP Rickett fifth, MV Mickey in sixth. Then we've got JJ Corrado. Let's go JJ. He's in seventh.
Let's go.
Host and guests 8 and 9 Feeling Blue. Ascension is going to round out our top 10 here. But we do have an all-in and call. It's Ascension versus Violi. Ascension is not at risk and is going to hold and knock out Viola in 13th. So then there were 12 and another all-in and call. This is kind of at this stage.
Wow.
It's just every hand. It's generally an all-in and a call. JJ eliminates Feeling Blue. Let's go, JJ.
JJ.
The King 9 versus the Ace Queen did it dirty too. JJ did it dirty.
I have never had more vested interest in somebody I don't know than this. I'm so excited for JJ. Is Rhett still in? Rhett's my second pick.
Busted. No, Rhett's
Oh,
gone.
damn.
Cash jammed it here. Gets through. Killa Cam's still in though, but really short.
Yeah.
Less than a big. So getting pretty serious for Killa Cam here. But I just would really like to see one of these people that I know grinds these things every week when it's not like a 4K worth value ticket. I'd love to see a couple of these people win. Like I always see Ascension GTO in all of these. I see Killa Cam playing so many of
all
these as
in.
well. Oh.
Hey, Killa Cam, I hope you flop a dip set. Killa Cameron. Oh, five. Cameron was in the rap group Dipset.
No. Oh, okay.
Damn.
GG. So close. So close. Brutal. Out in, I think, 12th or 11th.
Tough, but good playing.
Oh, 9 left. We're it's final table time, guys.
So do they play it down to a winner if top 3 make it?
Once we're at 3, they don't have to. So like some players will just like start auto jamming or whatever because once you're down to 3, you're in. But like it does effectively play down to a winner no matter what.
Nice.
And we've got Ascension still in. Wait, where's JJ? Wait, where's JJ?
Is JJ done?
How did we lose JJ? He had just won a hand. He busted in 11th, and I missed it.
Wow.
We're rooting for. As soon as we looked away, we like let JJ down. and he busted.
Wow. Yeah. Our focused positivity was the only thing keeping him in this game.
Man, what power we hold.
Yeah. I mean, it makes me feel both good and sad at the same time.
Oh, I'm sorry, JJ. No, I didn't even see it. I'm sorry we turned away.
He commented JJ dead. Oh, man. Big fan of JJ. I don't know why.
Cash takes a lot off of Crash. And they basically switch spots with Cash now being our chip leader. Mama's all in the big blind here. GG's, all the friends of the chat dying here. Crashmaster does make the call. King 4 versus Ace 9. Oh, Mama looking real good. Just need to dodge some running hearts. All right, safe. Mama's gonna double.
Good. Wow. Nice.
MV Mickey's gonna shove here his 3 bigs. Host and guest has 2.2 back. See if he wants to. Mama thinking it over in the small blind. If she does fold through this hand, she's gonna get a lot of free hands to try to find her spot, but may have a hand she's considering wanting to make a call with. Nope, does let it go.
Too suited.
Jack 4 versus Ace 3.
Holds up.
Yeah, it's gonna be it for hosts and a guest. We lose host and a guest in 8th place. Is that right?
Yeah.
No, 9th
Wow.
place. No.
I can't imagine. My palms are sweating right now in anticipation of this getting close to 3. I can't imagine just somebody accidentally slipping and betting incorrectly.
Well, yeah, or like disconnecting or something. Like your
Oh,
internet suddenly
my
shuts
God.
off. Can you imagine? Like Zuber in the big blind just now, it said offline and away, and like he popped back in for a second. But literally, as you were saying that happened to someone who was in the blind.
Look at that ace king.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine like suddenly your Wi-Fi goes out and you're like, there's 4 left.
That's when you start breaking things in your home.
Have you seen the Daniel Negreanu like break stuff clips? What did he
No.
do? Was it his laptop or is his iPad? Oh,
Oh
he
my
threw
God,
his selfie stick,
I got
breaking it over his knee and stuff. Have you seen the new Daniel?
I'm watching this now.
Oh, there's some really funny stuff. I'll have to send you. There's a one like when he was feuding really hard with Doug Polk. This comedian that works for Doug Polk made a montage video that is just incredibly out of line about the clips of Daniel. That I can't even tell you the details of this video on air, but I will send it to you.
Please send it to me. I'm so excited to watch that.
7s versus Ace King, and the 7s are going to hold. We lose another player.
Yeah.
We are down to 7 now. Ascension's still in. Mama Luigi is all in. Will be auto called here as well. A6 versus the 6-8. Really good spot for Mama. Just has to dodge an 8, and of course there's an 8 right on the flop. Needs to hit an ace, or yeah, not gonna get it done. That we will lose Mama there, and now there's only 6 left.
Wow.
So we lose 3 more, and we are in the money.
People playing for some money.
Yeah. Cash Meow is our overwhelming chip leader with 12 bigs. So now is like really got to start thinking about ICM implications for some of these stacks. like Cashmaster at only, I'm sorry, actually, MV Mickey at 3.5 bigs is second in chips. So it's so important that MV Mickey like plays his spots correctly ICM wise and doesn't bust before the other shorter than him stacks, but everyone's like really even. So
Mhm.
MV Mickey also happens to have the button along with being in second place. So he really is incentivized to try to let these other stacks bust out and try to just slide in without having to like risk his chips. We got another all in and a call.
Oh,
But
wow.
MV Mickey's like he's in the mix. He's
Wow.
going for it right here. He did. So generally, but because he's got aces.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
but like
that'll
in
do
general,
it.
like you would want to fold everything in this spot because you've got two stacks clashing. King 7, Queen 5. Aces looking really good. Aces hold, and that's a double knockout because, like I said, he
Wow.
was second in chips. So just like that, we're on the pure bubble. This is the bubble right here. Whoever loses right now gets nothing. And then the other three players are headed to the win in Vegas with a seat into a 5 million guaranteed tournament.
Get nothing, not even personal satisfaction.
No, they get a GG.
Yep. Brutal.
And let's see, the short stack
We got
on
it
the
all
table is 11. Oh my god!
Ooh.
Ascension jams Queen Jack off straight into 11 Oceans aces, and basically dead on the turn.
That's
On the turn. Wow, that's GG's Ascension. I
GG.
wanted to see, literally every person that I wanted to win lost.
As soon as you tap them
one.
as your new favorite, they immediately drop
I
dead.
am the Grim Reaper of this thing. I am so sorry, you guys. Oh, GG. But congratulations to MV Mickey, 11 Oceans, and Cash Me Outside. I actually really like Cash Me Outside. That's a great name. But congratulations to our winners. You guys are all getting a seat into the WPT 5 million guaranteed free roll in Las Vegas, taking place December 13th through the 15th. And you will be contacted with the email that you signed up with to get your seat. And I just wanted to say I had so much fun trying to be funny with you.
This was
which
the
I
best.
shouldn't do. You need to tell me to stop. Don't do that because I'm not. Just be like, just don't. Just like we should talk about this afterwards. You can just tell me.
No, you're killing it. You're killing me.
Casey,
You're so
stop.
funny. This is the best. I'm having a great time.
But no, I really did have a great time. It's really fun to be able to have somebody else to chat with and stuff. So thank you so
Absolutely.
much for joining us. I hope we get to do a lot more of these.
Definitely. Same here. Thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you to all the chat. JJ, Vince for hanging out. Mike. Oh, that's you. Ariel, Daniel, the Kill Cam, JJ. We will see you guys very soon. Stay tuned to the socials. We have more coming down the line. Thanks, guys. Good night. Good night.